Wow. Hello. Welcome to another day of overthrowing the government, and I was a teenage exocolonist. Meowdy. Kimochi, Javelin, Oddle. Hi, Doc. Oddle's engaged in politics? I don't know. He already got dead, because he's on fire now, apparently. Oddle is Joe Biden confirmed. The spoopy clouds are starting to roll in with the storms expected tomorrow afternoon. Wahoo rain. Good to see you too, Timochi. Alright, so, where we last left off, I was in the middle of trying to wisely use stamina. And I did a Ridges expedition, so now we are here. I am primed in Pollen 1. Age 18, we are primed to break up Nem and Vase now, thank God. Alright. We've had a lot of serotonin after the last 2 weeks. Nice. Hope it keeps up for a bit longer. Alright, but yeah, let's do this. This is all new dialogue, so I'm gonna... New dialogue to you guys, because I already heard this offline. Or in the bad run. Something's off with Nem today. You can tell just from watching her train that she's moving more slowly and seems distracted. Every so often she breaks form to stare at Vase, who's working with a group of trainees on the other side of the garrison. Her unit leader singles her out and chastises her, gesturing her to take a break and get her head on straight. Nem scowls as she slinks over to the rest area where you hand her a water bottle. Hey you, he says, shooting you a little flicker of a smile as she takes a drink. What's up? Vase isn't talking to me. It's been 2 days and he just acts like I'm not even here. I've tried to talk to him and he just says he needs time to think. We got into it about how much time you and I spend together. He thinks you like me, and I told him it's not like that. We're just friends, but... She exhales noisily and scrubs her heel of her palm into her eyes. Nem, don't rub your eyes, that's bad for you. Maybe the problem is that you're so alike. If I love him, then what's to say I wouldn't feel the same about you? He has a reason not to trust us. He's a scumbag, Nem. Nem whips her head towards you. What? How could you say that, Solana? Yeah, I know how he gets sometimes, but he's still my boyfriend. The way he treats you is not healthy. What do you mean? Do you like when he accuses you? No, obviously. What does that have to do with anything? The problem's not you, it's him, Nem. You tell her she shouldn't have to constantly prove herself to Vase. I've never thought about it that way. It's like, we have this argument all the time and he gets mad because he thinks I was talking to someone for too long or because I said something that set him off. And when you talk to him about it, well, he gets really upset that I'm upset with him and then I have to apologize and reassure him that I love him, and then it's always this whole thing. He's a narcissist. I'm just so tired of it, you know? I don't know what else to do. I don't know if there's anything else I can do. And a gaslighter. Not girl bossing though. Nem wipes her eyes. I don't know what to think. I'll talk to him about it and see what he says. He deserves a chance to explain himself, but... Her gaze darts back over to Vase. I don't know if he'll be able to. He gives you a quick hug. Thanks for talking to me about this, Alana. You're my best friend on the whole planet. Did I win? Did I win? Now he's mad at me. On your way to the garrison, you pass by a few young soldiers speaking in hushed tones. They seem to be commiserating over Race's attitude in training today. Oh boy, you might know what this is about. You spot Vase overseeing a group of soldiers navigating an obstacle. Pick it up, come on! He snaps. You approach carefully and he acknowledges you with a glance before going back to staring morosely at the trainees. It's crawled up your ass. Nothing. Just a bunch of bullshit. He scowls and crosses his arms. I love bullshit. Vase smirks and clicks his tongue against his teeth. He's quiet for a bit. Emmy broke it off with me, he says eventually. Told me she didn't think we were a good fit, or some shit like that. That sucks. I'm sorry. Wait. And gold. I have not seen this dialogue before. Console vase. And I have a Jollibee's down the street and I've never been. What the fuck? You should get some Jollibees right now. It is good. You should try it. It's very different from what you're used to. Like the spaghetti uses a sweet tomato sauce instead of like a classical sour-ish sauce. You should go, Timochi. That sucks. I'm sorry, Vase. Yeah, thanks, Vase says, already turning back to watch trainees. Life's a bitch, right? Wait. Okay, this is not what I wanted. I want to tell him to work on his anger issues. It's crawled up your ass. Oh, wait. Let's see why are you so glum, chum? You should get Jollibees on Saturday. Alright, I love bullshit. Maybe you should work on your anger issues. Base frowns at you. I don't have any goddamn anger issues. If anything, this colony's too damn soft. You'd all be dead in the dirt by now if it weren't for my anger issues. It's not about fighting, Base. You tell him it's about how he treats other people. Like how? Like how you control them with fear. His face goes red and he clenches his fists. You can't trust anyone. Eventually everyone will either hurt you or die before they can. Like Nemi. And like your dad. Screw you! Coming in here bloody psychoanalyzing me. Kicking me when I'm down. Who the shit do you think you are? I care about you, Vase. His stern expression collapses and he turns back to watching the trainees. I don't need anyone to care about me. He manages. I'm a hero, he says, pulling himself to his full height. I don't need you to protect me. Alright, buddy. Make sure you get enough sleep and monitor your hydration and nutrition. Making sure your body's in top shape is important. If you don't take care of it, you can't trust it to perform when the time comes. Wow, he cares about me. 80. Alright, I should be okay. Hope. Alright, let's prioritize. Oh, wait. I have a pet, by the way, that I have to fetch. The only... Right. Send a spy first to give you their first impressions. Hire xxKanade to spy for you. I gotta judge if I like it more than other options. I will next week because I gotta go rip up tile and do manual labor at the lake house. Then Vase to therapy with this. This is fine. Just a question out of curiosity. Is this unstable gentleman armed? Yes. Timochi is correct. It's okay. We're sending him to therapy now. It's not like he's gonna shoot up this whole colony. This is not like a school in the US. It's Rex's birthday. Oh wait. We already gifted him. And her. Anyway, fried chicken and spaghetti nodders. Yes, great combo. So good. Timochi, I want a picture. Okay? When you go to Jollibee's. Alright, let's see. Ooh, shovel dirt, I think. Bio and toughness? Bio and organizing. Yeah, let's do toughness. I need to, wait, where the heck is my animal? Where's my animal? My Unisaur. There we go. Wait. If I went to shovel, will I get this encounter? Let me test. No! Wait, the test is still going. Oh, okay, so I do have the 10 animals. Oh shit, I have to do this again. Oh wait, no, I didn't do this last time. Oh, there you are, Solana. Tammy bounds over to you in a bright mood, her daughter Echinacea in a sling at her bosom. Could you do me a big favor and come with me to the cafe? I need your opinion on the thing I've been making. With pleasure. Surprise! Happy birthday, Solana! Not your birthday, but as you walk into the cafeteria, all your friends jump out cheering. They're wearing knit party hats, throwing streamers, and blowing noisemakers, and you're pretty sure you can see a tiered display of cupcakes. Not real ones, not soy cakes. Tammy skips over to you and throws her arms around you, squishing Echinacea in a sling between you. You sputter that's not your birthday, but Tammy just laughs. I know it's not your birthday, silly, but you've been feeling under the weather, and I wanted to show how much we all love you. The others raise their glasses to you. They cheer happy birthday again, laughing at the joke. You can feel their love like a blanket wrapping around your shoulders. So special to us, Solana, Tammy says. Echinacea gurgles and lets out a warning wink, and Tammy bounces from side to side. I want you to enjoy yourself. Go ahead and mingle. I finished putting the finishing touches on everything, okay? Tammy gives you one last sunny smile as she bustles away. The sound of Echinacea fussing and crying is audible over the murmur of conversation that erupts as the party begins in earnest. What do? Go talk to Mom and Dad. Your mom and dad are chatting by themselves, but when they see you approach, your dad cheers and scoops you up into a big hug. Your mom laughs. My little gooseberry. I know it's not really your birthday, but your mom and I think you're great every day, so why wait? Your dad puts his hand on your shoulders and gives you a serious look. Things have been hard for you lately. I just wanted you to know that no matter what, folks are here for you, all the way. Your mom nods. Your dad's right. We'll always be here with you. For you. There's nothing you can't handle. A quavery cry wobbles through the air, and you can see Tammy rocking from side to side as he tries to comfort Echinacea. What do you do now? I've already seen all this. I want the frame with cherry blossom trees, Nomi? Yes, yes! Nomi exclaims. I know all the trees here are pink, but that one's still my favorite. A vase? You spot Vase leaning against the wall, resting a bottle of beer on his thigh as he surveys the party. He nods his head as you approach. Hey, Solana. He gestures to the people mingling, most of whom seem quite content to give him a wide berth. This isn't my kind of party, he says, and then tips his head. And it's pretty weak, but that it's not actually your birthday. But, he continues, tipping his bottle to you. Happy birthday anyway. Thanks, I appreciate it. He huffs, though his eyes crinkle at the corners a little. It's still ridiculous. Birthday parties are for kids. Step away from Vase and rejoin the party. Walk over to Nem. Nem is sitting cross-legged on top of one of the tables, flipping a coin. Hey, Solana, she says as you approach, snatching the coin out of the air with a crooked grin. Heads or tails? Tails. Nem slaps the coin on the back of her hand. Huh, it's heads. Looks like you're just as accurate with a coin flip as you are on the range, Hoss. Nem holds the coin up to you. It's a challenge coin. The Helio soldiers have this thing where you always gotta have your coin with you, because if someone wants to see it and you don't have it, he gets to nail you in the arm. She punches the air. It freaking rules. She produces a second coin from her pocket, presses it into your hand. She kisses you noisily on the cheek. Got one for ya! Happy birthday, friendo. You're the best. Over the din of the party, you hear Echinacea shriek in fury. What now? I've talked. Let's try to help Tammy. Hi, Topaz. You leave the party behind, seeking out Tammy. When she sees you, she makes a shooing motion. No, no, go enjoy your party! Echinacea squawks, pulling at Tammy's hair. She winces and patiently pries the baby's chubby, grasping hands from her hair. Seriously, goodness, don't waste your time here with me. No, nowhere I'd rather be than with you. Tammy's expression goes soft. Oh, that's so nice of you to say. Tammy flags down Nougat, who's been running plates back and forth. Could you please play with Echinacea for a bit? Solana and I are gonna get some air. Echinacea gurgles happily as Nougat takes her, and Tammy turns to you. Okay, I'm all yours, Solana. You and Tammy slip out the side door of the cafe and set off towards the garden. Tammy seems grateful for the break. She chats animatedly about the plans to build a new creche. Now that the second wave of colonists are beginning to realize the benefits of raising children communally instead of saddling whoever birthed them with all the responsibility. I hope that means Echinacea will have lots of other creche sibs soon, just like we did. Tammy says with a wistful smile. I just want her to be happy like we were. You both look over at the walls and the threat of danger they represent. Tammy doesn't comment on her use of the past tense, and you let it sit in the air between you. Not awkward, just accepting. It's quiet in the garden at this time of day. Everyone's either at the party or catching some rest while the suns are at the highest. A garden bot hops by on its spindly bird legs. You and Tammy are alone. Even in your silence, Tammy senses you might have something to say. What's on your mind, Solana? So lucky to have you as a friend. Oh. Tammy's gentle laughter fills the air. She slips her arm in yours and rests her head against you. I'm the one who's lucky, Solana. I don't know why you chose to be my friend, but I'm so grateful. You and Tammy enjoy a few more minutes together in the garden, cloud watching and talking about whatever crosses your mind. Tammy's simple thankfulness is infectious, from her excitement over a new flower to her steadfast love for you shining through her every word. You can feel your heart unburden itself with each step, dropping your troubles like stones to mark where you've been. Eventually, it's time to head back to the party. Cupcakes to eat after all. Tammy takes Echinacea back from Nougat, but before you can rejoin the party, Tammy stops you with a hand on your arm. Wait, I have a present for you too. You protest that Tammy's already done enough, but Tammy's hearing none of it as she presses a book into your hands. The title reads, 100 Reasons Why I Love You. The book is filled cover to cover with memories, fun observations, and even little sketches, all in Tammy's loving hand. There's more than 100, she says, shyly tugging on her ear. I wrote the title first, but then I couldn't stop writing. I don't know what to say. Tammy's simply the best. The rest of the party goes off without a hitch. Even little Echinacea is well behaved now, letting Tammy light the cupcakes. As you blow out your candles, everyone cheers. Your only wish is to be able to feel like this forever, surrounded by love and support. I don't know if I'll need that later, you know? Really wonder what Americalist TikTok will look like. I don't know. It'll be harder, maybe more difficult to organize for protesting and stuff. And news would not be as widespread. Oh, wait. A log. Okay, let's get my animal now. Can't see how this isn't a First Amendment violation. Me too. I called my state representative today. I'm gonna call the senator tomorrow, maybe. I don't know if tomorrow or I don't know. So at some point when I have time, because apparently the Senate's gonna take it slow. Because that bill got really, really rushed. It was within a week. And 4 days. Put it on the floor. But the Senate needs 60 votes for it to even pass the way they did it. So, who knows? Just call your representatives. It's actually really easy if you are phone shy. The aide will just note down everything you have to say. Or any qualms you have with in general. And they will relay it to your representative. And it doesn't take a lot, really, to, you know, push them or like convince them otherwise, because the volume of calls that they get is likely to be not a lot. So like even like a handful of calls can make a difference. But yeah, definitely call your representative. It's super, super easy. Doc recently learned that Square Enix recorded a metric load of voice lines for the random NPCs populating 7R Part 2 and used AI to lip sync the recordings to their in-game models. The AI was used to do the animating? I think that's fine. I feel like that makes life easier for the modelers, right? Not all AI is bad. You ban TikTok, I'm voting for the other side. I don't care if they voted to ban it also. Yeah, don't say that. Just say, like, you think it's a violation of your rights. And that it's, like, very hypocritical when there are already privacy concerns with Meta and, like, Twitter and, like, Google, Microsoft, all, like, selling your data. Like, where's... Like, why isn't Facebook banned? Ban Facebook before you ban TikTok. And also, I had brought up that the way they're handling this whole TikTok thing is causing a lot of problems with racism and xenophobia. Or like, it's like adding fuel to the flames. And it's like directly affecting some of your constituents. Because in America, they can't tell Asian Americans apart, you know? So like everyone gets hit. Yeah, Timochi, I know it's blatant lobbying, but you have to give reasons to them, you know? You have to tell the aide. Don't tell me. I already know what the real story is. You have to tell the aide. So, like, you have to communicate those things to the aide directly. Or maybe if your representative doesn't have aides, you might be directly talking to them. Instead of the usual Japanese lip sync, only with mismatched English lines. Wait, the only AI did the English VA? I mean, the English lip sync? Also, Twitter is essentially owned by Saudi Arabia. Yeah, call Ted Cruz, bully him. He deserves to be bullied. Absolutely. Alright. Let's look for our Unisar. Your dad whistles. Yeah, that thing. We're not really sure what to do about it, honestly. People don't really domesticate carnivores on purpose. Because you have to raise their prey, too, and it takes a lot of food to keep a carnivore happy. And you have to keep a Unisar happy. They get really dangerous when they're hungry. Sure is pretty, though. Maybe the horn could be useful for something? Honestly, it's more of a pet than a farm animal. Maybe we could train it to guard the colony. We're still figuring it out. Let's get started. Great! Your dad says, clapping you on the back. That's the kind of energy I want to see around here. We need someone to muck out the float cow stables. They might float, but their poop sure doesn't. He hands you a shovel. Have fun! You should probably do something about the Unisar you captured. It's eating its way through everything. It doesn't actually produce any food, and the other ranchers are starting to get annoyed by its attitude. Like it knows something they don't. It's creepy. You figure out that you might as well try to get used to taking a rider. If people could ride Unisars around, that would be pretty useful. Especially when the robots and vehicles start breaking down. You bring it outside and it stares at you with its eerily intelligent eyes as you approach with the saddle and only shimmies a little as you strap it to its back. You brace yourself and hop on. Ride that Unisar. The Unisar takes off at a run, ducking and weaving as it tries to throw you off. You get down low in the saddle and wrap your arms around its neck. Unisar is an unusually intelligent animal. You can sense it trying to figure out how to throw you, or just make it too uncomfortable for you to hang on. It slams its body against the walls of the pen, trying to snap your legs. When that doesn't work, it tries rearing up on its hind legs or reaching back to scratch you with its hand-like paws. It tosses its head to try to gouge you with its horn. It's uncomfortable, but you're no stranger to discomfort, and you're not gonna let this Unisaur dominate you. Hang on until the Unisaur stops fighting, its great sides heaving under your legs. You pat its scaly neck and it tosses its head like it's sighing. You get the sense that you haven't really broken it, more like you've just convinced it that you'll be less of a hassle if it just plays along. Success! You can convince her to... You let her... Wait. You can convince her you let... You ride her now. You can convince her to let you ride her now. What? There's so many typos in this game. Oh yeah, now that you can get her to stand still long enough to check, you determine that this Unisaur is female. What should you name this magnificent beast? Guys, the creators watched My Little Pony. Hi, Fairy. More than half the content I watch will be gone if it's banned. Please call your reps, thanks. Convince him that you'll vote for him and then just don't. Topaz, imagine you're stuck with only British TikTok left. Oh my god, that would be awful. I don't even consume TikTok. Am I missing out? I use TikTok for news. I get a lot of information from it that is like not mainstream media narrative stuff, so I like it for that, to get like news from people as it's happening. Also, there's like some piping hot tea sometimes that I cannot get anywhere else that I am very amused by. Also, there's hella cute animal videos. Oh, and I learn a lot of random stuff about like home inspectors, like what they look for, and like gardening and foraging, and random like animal documentaries, and like got people who just explain one species of animals every video. It's very interesting. I learn a lot from TikTok. And there's a lot of K-pop fan cams, but you know. Topaz only gets British TikToks, Australian TikToks, and Singaporean TikToks. And then Singaporean TikTok is in the drain. Every time it's like some 20-year-old man asking 13... Oh my god. I hate street interviews. Ones. Why is Javelin punching Fairy? Donna, jab hit me again. Don't know if I like it or not. Okay, that's why you get punched. Okay, anyway, let's name our Unisaur Twilight Sparkle. She's really more of a rarity, but okay. Happy trails, Solana and Twilight Sparkle. I love Rarity. Rarity might be my favorite pony. Why didn't they just put Rarity in? Four, five, six. Ooh, nice. You're just an old man, Doc, so all I watch is YouTube and streams with occasional TV news. Okay, this was after the punch. I think he knew you would do that. I had a dream we had a crush on this made-up girl. It was weird. What was weird about it is that she's white with brown hair. I don't know where my brain got the inspo from. I don't know any white people. Wow, that's crazy. What's that like? The TikTok algorithm can cover niche interests and hobbies. It's also very good at teaching you crafts, technical things, finance. Oh yeah, I get a lot of finance TikToks too. Although I already know everything that they could possibly teach me, except one creator I still learn new things from is Your Rich BFF, because she had worked on Wall Street before and also does a lot of like hacky things to maintain wealth other than like investing. So I like listening to her stuff too. My way of saying hello, just tell me you like it and I'll stop. Yes, TikTok also teaches you like random stuff of how like inventions were meant to be used. Adulting things that no one teaches you, grassroots news, commentary, and critiques of mainstream issues. It's my, yeah. All faces you dream about you've seen before, whether it's from anime, TV shows, or just random people around you. Fairy. Topaz says fairy. Let me think of any substantial white people with brown hair. Madison Beer. I don't know if she's actually mixed or not, though. Now that I think about it, she remembers my super old childhood friend from primary school. I left for Canada. Wait, maybe if you go to school in Canada, you can see your childhood friend again. Okay. Let's name this robot. Repair robot. In the robotics lab, Hal and Congruence are like a human couple. They bicker affectionately and share inside jokes just like your parents used to when you were growing up on the Strato, and everything seemed less overwhelming. Boys knew Congruence was more advanced than all the other bots put together, but you didn't realize that the assumption was literal. Programs all the bots based off her own code. It's almost like they're a part of her. Sometimes when you're working on a bot, she will joke that it tickles. As Congruence's hands, you do physical maintenance on the bots. Ones you see most often are the vacuum bots, as the colony has gotten much larger and much dirtier. They're more likely to get clogged and break down, and then people have to do more by cleaning by hand, which makes them complaints at command, which means more maintenance requisitions on your desk. One vacuum bot in particular is just eccentric. It's broken in a way you can't really permanently fix, but you keep patching it up and sending it back out to serve the colony. See it so often in the lab, you decide to name it Roomba. You stencil the bot's name on its chassis and send it on its merry way. There you go, little Roomba. See you again later. Wahoo. All in 3, we're okay. Just don't watch or interact with things that you don't like. Or you'll be another boomer who says TikTok is only teenagers dancing when in fact they're the ones watching kids dancing. Yes, that's the #1 way to expose yourself. If you use TikTok, if you know, you know. The only people who get fed dance videos are people who watch them constantly. They are pedophiles. Like most older politicians. Hair robots. Okay. That didn't give me an event. I wanted an event. Creation and organizing? Being Lum's assistant isn't the glamorous life of political intrigue you were hoping for. He's more of a soldier than a politician, and even then, you hear he's not much of a soldier either. He notices that people mock him, he doesn't seem to care. It almost makes him more boastful, like he thinks the sole duty of governor is to soak up as much attention and power and wield it whenever and however he likes. Whenever he's questioned on something, he unleashes such a torrent of bravado and barely veiled threats that it's impossible to make your own point, and then he just pushes through what he wanted to do anyway. It's infuriating. Given that the colony's governance was based around the idea of communication and empathy, no one seems to know how to contain him. As for the Helios, they seem to have their own ways to get around him. They're grateful he's gotten into politics, because that means you are older and more experienced. Security Chief Rhett makes all but the largest military decisions. In fact, you think some of them enjoy that he's such a moron because they hope the colony fails. They think he's entertaining. Oh my god, he's Trump. Mars is responsible for producing his social media content, which he considers an important part of his brand. They mostly consist of powerful sounding but ultimately empty speeches about how great the colony is doing and how proud everyone should be of their really, really, truly great work. Just fantastic, really. Usually while carrying a log of mushwood so he looks super strong. You and Mars, just like Ben Shapiro, you and Mars are huddled in the command trying to avoid his attention while Mars scrolls through Lum's selfie roll trying to pick the best one for social media. As a political strategy, it's not unheard of. Plenty of Earth dictators used it. I just can't tell if it's his official strategy or if it really is that vain. You hear footsteps approaching and Mars groans. Lum claps his hand on her shoulder and smiles broadly. There you are! I was thinking, in the next video, I think the colony's ready to see some of the footage from that counterattack I led against the enemy aliens. Oh, stars, you remember this. Lum plays the footage of the time he charged into battle and nearly got everyone killed with explosives. You cringe as you remember it was your finest moment either. You can't believe this is the footage he wants to hold up as proof of his bravery and vision. This is great footage, just really great. It's actually perfect for Solana to practice working on her video editing skills. You shoot Mars a stinky look, but she just smiles. Lum agrees. With such great material, he practically did your job for you. How are you going to spin this propaganda piece? Try to make him look bad. Wahoo. Oh man. Crack your knuckles and settle in to make Lum worse than a joke. You make him a meme. Mars cackles when she watches the video and hits send. It's perfect. I don't care if he looks bad. Garbage in, garbage out, you know? I would give you so much better source material. Excellent. And choose not to take new cards. Cool. That does happen. I end up with her. That's such a typical childhood friend spillover trope, but I love it. Yes. A funny meme I saw about it was a transphobe saying why does TikTok have so many trans people? They're so obsessed. Good for them. The call is coming from inside the house and they don't even know. Okay, so Nomi's birthday is next month. You catch Face outside the garrison, leaning against the wall with his arms crossed. He looks put out by something and frowns at you instead of his usual hello. What's on your mind? Have you even looked around the colony these days? Cowards, pacifists, politicians, hollow jockeys, degenerates. Other people you hang around with are goddamn losers, man. I'm sick of defending you to the other Helios for shitty-tasted friends. You're right, everyone else here sucks. Damn right, you're bloody lucky to have a friend like me, got it? He pushes himself off the wall and loops his arm around your neck. Who else looks out for you like I do, huh? Huh? Me. I do. Here, Rex. And... hug. Okay. Where's Nomi? Wait, Cal. Oh wait, I can give him cake later though. Dead home. Alright. Let's try repairing robots. You're tasked with fixing a med bed. Okay, how about this one then? Work in the cafe. Last time there was a baby in the colony, you were basically a child yourself. You don't remember babies being so loud. The adults are all very empathetic to colicky, fussy echinacea, but every time you see Tammy since the baby arrived, she looks more tired. At night, you can hear them all the way in your room. Echinacea's tiny, choking shrieks, and Tammy singing to her until her voice goes hoarse. Everyone expected Tammy to rely on Aunt Anne in the new creche, letting her watch Echinacea just like she watched all of you when you were babies, but for some reason, Tammy's been stubbornly trying to do it alone. Maybe because she has so much experience from volunteering in the old creche. Tammy thinks she doesn't need the help. Even when she does put Echinacea in the creche, it's because Tammy's right there, still caring for her. Then the things Tammy would normally help with get backed up, which makes her even more stressed. Aunt Anne has tried to convince Tammy to not be so controlling. It takes a community to raise a child. You've all grown up believing that, but whenever anyone even insinuates Tammy might not be all Echinacea needs, she starts crying and yelling at them. You've never seen Tammy yell. It's really unsettling. Today you find Tammy in a lounge, bouncing a squawking Echinacea on her shoulder. Though her movements are light and happy, her face is empty, like she's totally checked out. Hey, Solana. She says, summoning up a smile as you approach. Sorry, am I being too loud? I can go somewhere else. Why doesn't Cal help? Solana, Echinacea's my baby. I made her all by myself, so I should be able to take care of her all by myself too. Besides, Cal's got 100 things to worry about with his own work. He's very important, you know. The colony needs food a lot more than they need a quiet baby. Just then Echinacea starts howling, her little lungs making a truly impressive sound, and Tammy falters. Shh, Mommy's got this. It's okay. Tammy has not got this, and she knows it. You can tell she doesn't really think she can handle things. My turn to babysit. You're wearing pants. Tammy brightens. Oh, that's a great idea. Echinacea, I think it's time to meet Auntie Solana. You and Tammy fall into a routine where every night after dinner you take Echinacea to go for a nice long walk through the gardens. Getting just a few hours of sleep before staying up most of the night with Echinacea does wonders for Tammy's sanity, and soon she's confident enough to allow other people to help out during the daytime. Cal's relieved. She'd been freezing him out as well, insisting that because Echinacea is her baby alone, she should be able to handle it. Seeing him hold Echinacea, it just looks right. Eventually, Tammy agrees to place Echinacea in the creche during the day so she can fully recover from birth and sort out her mental health. She still spends a lot of time in the creche, but it's because she wants to, not because she feels like she has to prove she's a good mom. It's still hard raising a little baby, but Tammy's gonna do great, with little help from the colony that loves her. This year, Governor Lum's ascension to the Vertumnalia stage is heralded by an entire military band. Their instruments shiny and nano-printed new. They march out of command in formation, splitting and forming a phalanx at the foot of the stage as Lum takes his place before you. Spotlights turn on with a heavy ka-chunk noise, illuminating Lum in a halo of floating dust particles. He spreads his arms wide. Hello, Vertumna. Are we winning, or what? The reaction's mixed. You look around. It's easy to see the ones cheering the loudest are Helios, and people who fully adopted their mentality, like Nem. The Stratos are more reserved, and some even silent. Security Chief Red is one of them. His usual stony expression is hiding his true feelings. Oh, whoops. Let me double check that I'm correct. Okay. After Vertumnalia 18, the mutiny can begin. Okay. Tammy is super cute. Very, very good bean. Regardless, there's enough cheering that Lum has to wait for it to die down before he continues. We're killing out there, people. Every day we claw a little more territory from the savage aliens of this planet. A potato pod arcs through the air and lands with a broken sport at Lum's feet, flattering him with juice. You don't see who threw it, but the faction from Geoponics is looking restless. They begin to jeer and stomp their feet. Lum continues on, raising his fist. Those Xenos attacked us first. Now they're learning. Don't mess with humankind. The crowd is now evenly split between cheering and booing. The Stratos are agitated, and you can hear calls for things like, Return to how they were, and how Lum and his soldiers are killing the planet. Even the council lined up before the stage and facing the crown looks conflicted. We left Earth to get away from this shit, her dad shouts, and you turn to him in surprise. He rarely swears. Now look at us. We're right back where we started, fighting each other and the planet. We brought it with us. Utopia hops on stage and routes her own ears speak through the speakers. He's lying. This year we lost 2 surveyors in the swamps. Swirl and Quinny. You'd be alive today if Lum hadn't sent them to clear out a manticore den for no good reason. She jams her finger against the governor's chest. The only threat to our colony here is you. Lum's smile doesn't change, but his eyes go cold. He snatches Utopia's hand and calmly, slowly crushes her polopom crystal with his thumb. You can hear the crunch of the bones of her hand before her feed cuts out. Utopia yelps as her knees buckle with pain, her bravado gone. She holds her broken hand to her chest and is too shocked to resist when Lum shoves her off the stage. The crowd is stunned into silence as well. Lum clears his throat and approaches the end of the stage, looming tall over the council. Thank you for your input. Your concerns have been noted, he says icily. This isn't the buffoon Lum presents on his daily holovlogs, or the nuisance he is when he visits the worksite. Sees something in his eyes you've only caught glimpses of before. Hatred. Stratos are lucky we didn't crush you under our boots and take your colony by force. Before we got here, this colony was doomed. You're only alive because I was merciful. Just a bunch of burned out hippie fugitives. What was your plan for surviving out here? Wishful thinking? Singing songs and talking to animals? Laughter ripples through the Helios. You, he gestures to the council, then jerks his thumb at his chest, need us, not the other way around. I'm done pretending I need to listen to your opinions. If you want to live, you'll do what I say. He stares at Instance and glares up at him with hate in her eyes as she tends to Utopia's hand. Maybe it's time to clean house. We need team players here. Ones who share one vision for the future of Rotunda. After a few tense moments, C clears their throat. Ahem, sir, shall I continue with the traditional formalities now? Lum scowls at Seek, who throws his hands in the air. Whatever, do it, if it makes you feel better. You're all cowards. He turns and stalks off the stage, his marching band scrambling to follow him with his exit song. As promised, there's no contests this year, but there's plenty of food and alcohol. As the sun begins to set, the Helios, including Base and Nem, head straight for it and look pretty ready to party into the night. The other teams seem a little less at ease. This, quite predictably, has already left. Hang out with Stratos. No, you think he's evil, Tammy says, holding Ganesh to her shoulder when she speaks urgently to Cal. But don't you think even a little bit that he's right about Rotunda being too dangerous? Yeah, Cal crosses his arms and shakes his head. Killing is never right, Tammy. We can't fight a whole planet. If we meet violence with violence, it's just numbers. You're going to win. We have to find a better way, or we're all gonna die anyway. Tammy's chin wobbles, but she clenches it defiantly. I just want to have a family, Cal. Why can't we have one place on this awful planet where we can be safe? She adjusts echinacea against her chest. I think it's worth defending this one space for ourselves. Monsters can live somewhere else, just not here. Cal's right. All killing is wrong. Cal nods, grateful for the backup, and Tammy sighs. I guess. I just want echinacea to grow up somewhere safe, like we did. A peal of laughter rises from where Rex and Nomi are playing what looks like a competitive slapping game. Rex rubs his reddened cheek ruefully as Nomi rolls around on their back, kicking their legs in the air, giggling. Got you! I got you good! Too slow! They stop and beckon you over. Come on, Solana! Promise we're not even talking about the war even a little bit. You take your seat beside Rex and Nomi, and Rex claps you on the back. Well, we are a little bit. And mostly we're making fun of those guys. He jerks his thumb towards Vase and his group of friends, who've wrangled themselves into a live trippet and are skewering it to roast over a bonfire. You can hear its dying squeals from here, and as the night falls, smell the sweet charred scent of its cooking. We've always kind of been like this. He shakes their head. Just like little human supremacists. See something you don't understand? Nomi makes laser guns with their fingers. Pew pew! All gone. Want something someone else has? Pew pew! All yours! They lean back on their hands and look at the night sky. In dust, the wormhole looks so peaceful and far away. I used to think me and Rex were like changelings. Like aliens beamed in and replaced 2 human babies with weirdos. The dancing and feasting continues well into the night, while you pass the time with your friends in the peaceful faction. Knowing that the whole colony is into being soldiers and fighting Lum's war on nature makes you feel less alone, but you can't stop thinking about the governor's eyes as he crushed Utopia's hand today. As long as he's in charge, doesn't matter what anyone else wants. The week after Vichanalia is one of the hottest since you landed. You're supposed to take time off for a much-needed break, but it's just so humid and awful and tempers are short. Shortly after the festival, you start seeing graffiti cropping up everywhere. Seems that a lively, if not particularly civil conversation between the two factions is being held on the flat surfaces of the colony. Lum announces a zero-tolerance policy for political graffiti, but you notice that not every tag is being removed. Just the ones against the war, of course. The atmosphere of the colony is oppressive, as thick as the choking dust heat itself. Everywhere you try to relax, people just want to talk about the war. To make matters worse, the sweltering nights are making your nightmares intense again. You return to work feeling more stressed than before. Alright, let's see. It's Dust 2. Nomi? You spot Nomi crossing the courtyard from the depot to the living quarters, lugging an armful of cans of paint.
Hey, Solana!
They exclaim, barely keeping one of the cans from falling out of their arms.
Hey, can you give me a hand with this?
You take a few of the cans and Nomi signs in relief.
Thank you. This is my 3rd trip. I think I finally got all the colors I needed. It's gonna be amazing.
At your questioning look, Nomi giggles and starts skipping towards the living quarters.
Come on, I'll show you.
You follow Nomi to the suite of rooms they share with their mom and dad. They lead you past the jumble of bedroom furniture and into their empty room. Light pours in from a skylight, and Nomi stands under it and stretches their arms wide, doing a little spin.
A mural. My mind is going light speed with possibilities. I'm drunk with power. I could do anything. Solana, you have to help me decide.
Nomi grabs her sketchbook and shows you a few concept drawings. Space theme, jungle theme, the inside of a pirate ship, abstract art, all the major players are here. Nomi's been busy. They look at you in an agony of indecision. Why not a different thing on each wall?
Oh, stars, Solana, that's perfect. Why didn't I think of that?
Start ripping pages out of their sketchbook and laying them against the walls.
This one here. No, here. The colors will play off of each other. And, oh no, this wall gets more light for most of the year, so...
After a few minutes of frenzied planning, Nomi grabs you by the shoulders.
This is going to be amazing! Thank you, you're a genius!
They regard their walls with barely restrained excitement.
What do you say, Solana? Do you want to help me... help make this vision become reality?
Totally, I know what to do. You're something of an artist yourself, after all. You and Nomi get started transferring their sketches to the wall. After a few minutes of supervising you, Nomi steps back and lets you use your imagination to figure out the rest.
You're really good at this. Have you ever considered being an artist too?
For most of the day, the room is in total chaos. Nomi assures you repeatedly that this is part of the experience. As the second sun is beginning to set, you step back and take a look at what you've accomplished. It's really nice. Only you and Nomi could have made such a discordant composition to come into harmony, and the result is a bedroom that's not only unique and inspiring, but bursting with the love that you and Nomi share for both each other and your art. Nomi starts hammering the lids back on the paint cans, while you collect the brushes for washing.
Thank you for your help. I definitely couldn't have finished this without you.
Your stomach rumbles and your eyes go wide.
I'm starving. Did we work through dinner?
You don't need to check the time on your hollow pump to know that Nomi's right. Your stomach rumbles in solidarity. Nomi laughs.
Okay, let's go grab some grub, chum.
Nomi's a natural babysitter, looks like. They're rolling on the floor with echinacea, encouraging her to get her pudgy little arms under her.
Come on, dear heart. Your mommy says you gotta do timey time. You gotta get big and strong.
They look up at you and flop onto their backs, smiling.
Hey, Solana. Just hanging out with someone who really gets me.
Okay, birthday check. Wonder if your stalking skills are good enough to find that childhood friend's Instagram. Don't you just need their name? Unless they are technically savvy so that they know not to use their real name on social media. It depends on the person. Only remember their first name? Oh. Well, good luck. That'll be tough. Hey, Solana, over here. You look around and see Rex gesturing you towards a bit of tarped up rubble. You head over and pop your head inside. Rex peers at you from the gloom. His heterochromatic eyes gleaming in the light of his holopalm. Okay, look, get in here and close the tarp behind you. You sit cross-legged beside Rex and he shares his holoscreen with you. Look, what I found, he says seriously. On the screen are some, well, wow, those people are not wearing clothes, and they would very much like you to know that. Now that you're an adult, it stands to reason that you'd have access to adult entertainment, but wow, it's all just there, isn't it? You can just look at it? That seems like a bug. Like you should tell an actual adult maybe, but nope, it's all there. You can even log on to the Holo archives with your own password and see for yourself. Truly, we live in interesting times. Rex grins at you. So, you want to check it out with me? Okay. Rex shuffles over and you make yourself comfortable in the rubble. You can scroll through the entertainment options. Jeez. Rex murmurs, tipping his head to the side at one of the hollow thumbnails. I didn't know bodies could go that shape. Eventually you find one that looks, well, if not good, then at least entertaining. You spend an enjoyable hour or so in the company of Rex and a few dozen very nice strangers who seem to like not wearing clothes and getting stuck in weird places. Rex laughs and claps and makes scandalized noises at the good parts, and you learn a lot, feeling multiple emotions at the same time. Eventually, you run out of laughs and Rex closes his holopalm. Wow, moral of the story, old Earth humans had a lot of time on their hands, right? He wipes tears of mirth from his eyes. That was a blast. We should do it again sometime. Can you send me that one where they... Oh yeah, that one with the... Rex answers, knowing immediately which one you meant. Haptics in your holopalm pulse as he sends you a link to its location in the Holo archive. You continue going through the Holo archives together until you hear someone calling Rex's name. His ears sag as he laughs. Whoops. Guess I gotta go back to work. He gives you a jaunty wave and leaves before someone can find him. M94. Alright. Nomi is the one I'm most concerned with, I guess. Okay, so that's fine. Pretty common, yeah, and I think she left at P5, so she wasn't in the yearbook. Oh. It do be like that. Mutiny. Starto. Mars is fanning herself with her well-manicured hand. Ugh, can we just turn down the heat on this whole stupid planet? It's either hot and dry or cool and muggy, and I'm tired of it. We need to talk about Governor Lum. Mars is quiet for a long time, considering something. Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Looking around to make sure no one's listening, she pulls you closer. I'm already working on that. I wasn't ready to bring it up to the rest of the SFC yet, but... lately I've been thinking we should really try to make a difference. If we convince enough council members that Lum is bad news, we can actually remove him from power. Mars calls this meeting of the SFC to order with a grim expression. I cannot just stand by while Governor Lum ruins everything we've built here, she says, clenching her fist on the table. He might know how to hold a gun, but he doesn't know how to lead a colony. From now on, this club is going to focus on getting Governor Lum out of power and getting someone competent in. We have from now until Vertumnalia to somehow convince the other council members that he's gotta go. I agree, Cal says, and everyone turns to him in surprise. What? Lum's a jerk. All he cares about is killing animals. It's better for the whole planet if he's gone. Mars staples her fingers. But the question is, who would we get to replace him? Obviously, I think I'm a great candidate, but I'm willing to consider other options. I agree, it should be Mars. That looks worried. No offense, Mars, but are you really gonna stop the soldiers from killing animals? Look, Cal, I don't want hunters going out and not coming back either. Maybe we could find a safer, more efficient way to deal with the animals, yeah? Sounds ominous. Cal doesn't look convinced. Mars gathers everyone close. So the plan is we campaign in all the departments. Geoponics, engineering, the garrison, the quarters, explorations, and here in command. Try to soften up all 6 council members and get them on our side. Try to keep this on the down low. Then at the next Vertumnalia festival, we surprise the governor with a spontaneous council vote and replace him. We'll never see it coming. Good job, Mars. Alright, let's go to engineering first. What's the best reasoning job?